A very good morning, children. At the very beginning of this presentation, I would like to mention that the portion which I am going to teach is the continuation of the chapter, a synopsis, the Swiss Family Robinson. In the last part, you have seen that the Robinson family was making their third home in a cave to protect themselves from the coming winter. But that is not all. They had to make an extensive plan to construct their fourth home as well. Yes, children, they had to build another home for themselves. So let us learn that why they had to do so. Children, open up your English textbook to page number 8. Keep a pencil in your hand and write the meanings of the words as I teach you line by line. I'll be using a pointer here to read the chapter and explain it to you. So let's begin, children. One day they found that one of the family's huts had been completely destroyed and the cultivated fields around it had been trampled and ruined. The word trampled here means crushed upon. So the family one day discovered to their surprise that their house, one of their houses, and the fields around them had been very badly destroyed. Then they wanted to know what was the reason for it and how did it happen. There were huge footmarks everywhere. Father saw massive damage to the trees as well as many huge footprints, which he identified as belonging to an elephant herd. By this, children, we can learn that they were able to figure it out that all this damage to their fields and their hut was caused due to the group of elephants who had come there and barged into their area. But they always wanted to have a plan in their mind. And what was their plan? They decided the next morning. The next morning, the family began to design a new defense. The word defense means protection. How could they make a house which is much more stronger to discourage all the wild animals from entering their cultivated lands? So they all were now thinking that how can they make a home that was fortified and that was well constructed. They also finalized their ideas about the new residence. So they had a plan, and let us see what was their plan. Rather than building a house on stilts, the word stilts here, children, mean long pieces of wood or metal that is used to support a building so that it can be above the ground. Here there is a picture on the left hand side, children. As you can see, it's popping there. Stilts are basically used in areas where there's more of flooding, where water seeps in very easily. But such kind of a construction or this kind of a house will have a very weak base. So instead of having a house like that, they decided that why don't they use 4 solid trees to construct a house which is bigger and the foundation is strong. So they said, rather than building a house on stilts, which the elephants could knock down easily, they would use 4 strong trees growing in a square near one another as the foundation. The trees were of equal size, approximately 12 feet apart. Thus they built another safe home. So they built a new house where the 4 trees on which the house was laying were equally separated from or apart from each other. So now let us continue reading from page number 9. 10 years passed and the young boys were now young men and their parents were very proud. Yes, children, they had spent around a decade living on that island and the young boys now grew up to be young responsible men. The parents were very happy to see their children growing well. They called the island New Switzerland. This family children was originally from Switzerland. So they thought that when they had come to this island, why don't they name this island as New Switzerland? And they did so. Many adventures occurred over the years. Yes, you have seen in the previous PowerPoint as well and the videos that they have lived a very exciting and an adventurous life. And there were many adventures that were still awaiting them. So let us see what happens in the next paragraph. On the shore of another island, There were a group of islands here where they were living actually, children. Fritz had knocked down an albatross. The word albatross means a large long-winged sea bird, which was threatening to attack him, and found a rag tied to the large bird's leg. The word rag means a piece of old cloth. So when Fritz actually had knocked down the bird, there was a cloth that was tied to the bird's leg. And what was written on that cloth? Let us see. On the rag was a message that an English woman had been stranded on the smoking rock. The word stranded means someone who's left alone, helpless. So now Fritz and his father, they were started wondering, what does the word smoking rock actually means? Fritz had no idea how old the message was. His father suggested that the smoking rock sounded like a reference to a volcano. So the father thought that the smoking rock is actually a volcano close by. But Fritz had something else in his mind. Since there were no volcanoes in the vicinity, the word vicinity means the nearby areas. He felt that this particular message or the bird might have come from hundreds of miles away. So the Fritz had a good idea that the bird was coming from a very far off place. However, Fritz felt that someone needed his help, and he was determined to do his best to find the sender. Through this, children, we learn and know that how caring Fritz was, and he wanted to help someone so badly. As you are aware, children, Fritz was very eager to help the young lady who was stranded at some unknown place. After pondering or thinking over for a very long time, he realized that the words smoking rock in the message actually was an indication that she was stuck in a far off place from where the smoke is emitting out. So what does Fritz do now? Let us see while we start reading. Before returning home, he had written his own note on the rag, retied it to the albatross leg, and had watched the bird fly off. The note told whoever received it, do not despair. The word despair means loss of hope. So he was telling that person to calm down and don't lose any hope. Help is near. Fritz then successfully rescued the young woman, who was Jenny Montrose. Though shy at first, soon she got used to living with the Robinson family. So the girl by nature was a very introvert person, shy person, but later on got used to and was very happy staying with the Robinson family. One day they saw a ship which had laid anchor. Means the ship was not moving, it was anchored at one particular place. An encampment had been set up on one of the smaller islands. The word encampment means a small place with temporary houses and settlements. This encampment had been set up by the people who had come from the ship. So after checking the people through their spy glasses, the word spy glasses means it's a small telescope that is used by the sailors. Fritz and his father decided to announce themselves. Announcing themselves means they wanted to introduce themselves, they wanted to meet them and know the reason why they had come to this island. So before meeting them, they thought that they would return to their home. That is, they returned home and cleaned it up. They cleaned their home very, very well. They did not want the crew, that is the people from the ship, to think that they were savages. That is, wild people. They did not want them to think that these people were very wild people living on this unknown island. Now we will see what happens when Fritz and his father meets the captain of the ship. A fascinating scene will be unfolding in front of us. Let us start reading this particular part. The next day, Fritz and his father met the captain and told him their own history as well as Jenny's. The father and the captain became very friendly with each other, where the father described and narrated his experiences and the hardships that he faced to bring his family on this island and how they survived for 10 years. Not only that, he also told him about how they were able to rescue Jenny from an unknown place. To everyone's surprise, it had been Jenny's father who had inspired the captain's search. He believed his daughter was still alive after 3 years. The captain had decided to attempt to find her. So after listening about Jenny's story, the captain was more than happy to reveal and to tell to the Robinson family that he was sailing for so many years in search for Jenny. And it was Jenny's father who inspired him to do so, as Jenny's father believed that his child was still alive. Jenny was very happy to hear all this, and the family, when they got to know, they were very excited to meet their daughter. So with the burst of celebrations, the family, the passengers and the crew of the British vessel means a ship or a large boat, were heading towards New Switzerland, the island. Everyone was amazed by the prosperity and good health of the survivors. Yes, children, it was amazing to know that this particular family were able to face so many odds and hardships for at least 10 years and were able to live a very comfortable and a healthy life in this unknown island. Let us see what happens at the ending part of this chapter. As the day ended, the father realized, that is William, realized that the decision must be made about who wanted to stay on the island or return with the ship. This shows that the father, that is Fritz's father, was very, very liberal. He wanted to give his children a choice that whether they wanted to stay on the island or whether they wanted to go back. Elizabeth and her husband did not wish to live anywhere but on the island. So Fritz's father and his wife decided that they will live on the island since they were very, very happy to be there. But they gave their children a choice that they would accept their children's choice, that wherever they would want to go, they would be more than happy with it. So here in the last part of the chapter, we are going to learn that what was the final decision taken up by the Robinson family regarding who would stay on the island and who would leave the island. Let us begin by reading the concluding part. They had been there for so long and had grown used to their life. Here we are referring to William and Elizabeth. They both were very happy and content with leading a simple life on the island and did not want to leave the island for any reason whatsoever. But Jenny asked if anyone would support her return to England. Fritz was the first to respond. He offered cheers for us who were going to Europe. So by this we learn that Fritz willingly and happily wanted to escort Jenny back to her home. Ernest, on the other hand, wanted to stay on the island with his parents. And it was not only Ernest, but Jack too decided to stay back. While Franz, the youngest boy, decided to join Fritz in leaving. And why did he do so? Franz wanted a chance to receive an academic education, which means he wanted to go to school, college for receiving his formal education. Before Fritz left, he told his parents of his love for Jenny and his wish to marry her. So before he could leave the island, he frankly told his parents that he was in love with Jenny and would finally marry her, and that was also one of the reasons that he had to leave the island for. And the parents supported Fritz's decision. The father had kept a record of all the adventures they had on the island. He had maintained a journal on which he had written all the experiences he had encountered on the island. And he thought he will hand over all the journals to the captain, who could publish his journal and let the world know how the family survived these long 10 years on the island. And finally, the family bid goodbye, and then the ship departed. I hope, children, you have understood the chapter very well. In the following week, we will discuss all the textual questions and answers, as well as the questions in the English workshop session. Till then, take care.